What's going on, guys? So if you've got a Nissan Frontier, and don't laugh because I've seen a lot of guys doing this on the forums and on the user groups on Facebook and other socials. I've seen a lot of people talking about this, so it's not just me. But if you've got a Nissan Frontier, a 2022 Nissan Frontier, the new generation to be specific, and let's say obviously you haven't had it very long because it just came out less than a year ago, but let's say you got a 22 Frontier and you really kind of want to move away from it and go to something else for whatever the reason is. Right now is a good time to do it because those trucks are red hot right now. For some reason, well, I know why the reasons are, but the market for those Frontiers is just super hot right now. First of all, it's getting to a point now where it's a little bit harder to get them. Earlier this year, it was pretty easy to get them. In fact, my dealer told me they're having trouble getting a lot of Nissan vehicles, but the Frontier is not one of them. You know, the Frontier has still been rolling in steadily all year. But I think now that we're getting towards September, we're starting to see a little bit of a slowdown in the supply, I guess, of those trucks, and the demand is going up while the supply is going down, and you know how that works out. So it's getting a little harder to find them. And word of the new Frontier, videos and content and information about them and that kind of thing is spreading, and people are really just taking a notice to this truck. And so it's red hot right now. And in a lot of cases, you can trade in a Frontier, a 22 Frontier right now, and get more money for it than what you paid for it. And long story short, that's basically what happened to me. So I leased it. The one that I leased it back in the spring, and I did a really short-term lease. And the idea, of course, was that the new Silverado EV pickup truck is coming out next year or maybe the year after. I didn't know when I was going to be able to get mine. I was on the reservation list. You know the whole story. But I figured that, if I go ahead and do a short-term lease on this Nissan Frontier, then when I get deep in the lease and it's almost time to figure out what I'm going to do, then the Silverado EV will be out and it'll be an easy transition and everything will time out right, But what happened to me was that as I really started to look at the F-150 Lightning, because let's be honest, the Silverado EV might look different, but the way that it functions is going to be very similar to the Ford F-150 Lightning. It just is. So with the Lightning already being out, you can do a lot of research on those now. There's videos of them towing and hauling and people taking them on camping trips, and all the content you want to see on the Lightning is out there now. The more I research that, the more I see that, I really started to realize that I'm not going to be able to make an EV truck work, because around town, going to work, going to church, going to shop, whatever, it's great. But we like to go camping. We like to go out to off-road parks that are hours away from here. We like to go hunting and do different things that are hours away from home. And so, the EV truck was just not going to work out. I did research on where the charging stations are around me, and, if I took a trip here or there, how would I do it, And the more I thought about it, I was like, you know what, this is just not going to work out. It's just not. We're not ready for prime time on those EV trucks just yet. So, having said that, I had already kind of decided that I wanted to go back to a full-size truck anyway. And with the Nissan Frontier values being so red hot, man, I just decided to go ahead and do it. So, I got almost $4,000 more for the Frontier than what I had agreed to give for it this spring. And I only had the truck for a few months, if that tells you anything. I mean, it's just unheard of to be able to drive a new truck for a few months and then get more money for it than what you gave for it. But that's kind of the world that we live in now, at least with certain things. And I've seen a lot of other guys talking about that too, that the values are going up on those trucks and they're able to get more money for them trade-in than what they gave for them. So you come out pretty good on it. And if you have a Frontier and you really just want to go back to a full-size truck, and there's my partner in crime, right now is the time to do it. So obviously I decided to go back to Ram. Not going to get into all that. You guys have seen the truck. It's a beautiful truck. I love these Rams. I love the interior. I love the exterior. I love the functionality of them. In my opinion, they made the perfect interior for a pickup truck on these. tons of storage. It's comfortable. I mean, it's got everything you want, everything you need. It's beautiful inside, beautiful outside. I just love these Ram trucks. And this particular one here has the Hemi V8 in it. I'm seeing about 17 miles per gallon, which is what I was seeing with the Nissan Frontier. Fuel economy is the same between this Hemi-powered V8 full-size truck and that Nissan Frontier that I had. So I haven't lost any money on fuel. I've got all kinds of extra space and ability to haul things now. I'm pretty happy with this. And I got the non-e-torque version. I think it's going to be more dependable long-term. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to kind of, let you know about that, because there's so many guys out there who are wanting to make that move, but they're not really sure if it's going to work out. Or shop around, just call some dealers, shop around. Don't be afraid to leave your area, or maybe go to a different state or whatever. And I think you're going to find that the values on these things are so crazy right now that you can come out doing pretty well on it financially and get into a truck that you really like more. So anyway, I don't have anything against the Frontier. It was a cool looking truck. They did a great job on the design, and it was a lot of fun to drive. There's a lot of quirky things about it that they really need to work on, but overall, I don't have anything against the Frontier. Just for me and my family and our usage, full size just works so much better. And I'm kind of convinced that this is the way to go for me now. But, anyway, if you guys have some comments to leave about your Frontier, maybe you did the same thing. Maybe you bought a Frontier or leased a Frontier, had it for a while, and decided, you know what, I want to go back to full size. I know there's some more of you out there. Let us know how you came out. All right. As always, guys, I appreciate you watching. Have fun, whatever you're driving. I'm not super brand loyal, so I think that's the way to be. I just enjoy trucks. I enjoy cars. I enjoy Jeeps, ATVs, whatever. If it's a cool thing to have, it's got tires on it, I'm in the market for it. I like them. I'm not super brand loyal, and I think everybody should just kind of drive what you enjoy and what works great for you, and not be so tribal about it. No sense in having hateful comments and things like that. Let's just discuss trucks, right? That's what we do around here. All right, talk to you later.